Hello you guys, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Love. I am your host Monique Gigi, and this is kind of an impromptu episode, but it won't be airing on my YouTube channel until next week. I'm going to show you guys, hopefully very quickly, how to cook kale greens. I've showed you guys before how to cook greens, but kale greens basically are kind of the same, but I'm doing a tiny bit different of an approach. If you have watched my previous video, I believe I cooked this is smoked pork gile. I'm cutting up here. I'm not doing a whole lot of it, like just enough. But before I boiled it in the pot, this time I'm pan searing it, kind of like in the skillet, and then I will take it out and use the grease left over from that in the greens versus just boiling it in there. I think, to me, it gave it a little bit better of a taste. So it's one large piece. I'm not, of course, going to use all of this and freezing the rest, but I cut a piece off already, and then I'm going to cut the rest of this up. But yeah, I just cut it in smaller sections like that. And we are not also going to leave all of this in there either. Some of it we will put back in, but because it is pork, sometimes it can be a little salty. But yeah, we don't want all that salt in our food, so I just mainly use it for flavor. But yeah, we're gonna be cooking kale greens today. I believe, permanently switched over to kale greens. I don't know if you guys watched my video on duck. I think I might have mentioned it. Yeah, I will not 9 times out of 10 be cooking collard greens or mustard greens. I'm not gonna say ever, but no time soon, unless someone specifically requests them. Because listen, I'm gonna show you guys something. And normally I don't use this much, but I think I might be using some more of this for a different recipe later this week. So I'm putting this in here, and I'm literally, hello, welcome you. I'm going to freeze it. So I'm going to show you guys something real quick. So this is the bag that the Glory Greens, I use the Glory Greens brand. Sometimes I will buy them like in the bunches and do it like that, but that's not what we're doing today. This is the bag of Glory Greens. When I tell you guys this is almost all the way full, like when you buy most of them, they're pretty, the bag is pretty full. Normally when I do collard greens, there is a lot, and I mean a lot. Like I've had to take out pieces so much to the point that it was like almost a whole bag full, and to me that's quite ridiculous. It shouldn't be that much. You know, we want as less as possible. And I'm going to show you guys how much I took out for these, and I have 3 bags. This is all I took out, you guys, and that's because some of them were just kind of like by themselves, or, you know, but I like the stems. Some people don't, but I don't like them in excess. And to me, with the collard greens, it's a bit much. Like, you know, it's a lot. You want to make sure you turn these over. You don't want them cooking too much on one side or the other, because like I said, some of these we are going to put back in here. I'm gonna make sure we're turning those. But yeah, like, to me this is worth it, because this is what, $2.98, and I can do 3 bags of these, and it's more than enough for like the rest of the week, more than enough for me to like give some away, because my parents are gonna come and get some. But Glory Greens, I've had, for the collard greens, I've had to buy like 6 bags. And by the time it cooks down, there is barely enough in it. And kale is way more, it's better for you. A lot better for your body. So if you can find those, and they taste amazing. Like I'm telling you, I don't miss the collard greens at all. Like kale greens are where it's at. And shout out to my friend in Jersey, Tony, who told me about them. You a real one. Because I probably never would have tried it otherwise, just because of habit and, you know, just doing what you normally do. I'm going to rinse this off, wash this off real quick. So I'm going to cut my onion. We're going to put some onion in there. So But how's everyone's day going? I pray you guys are having an awesome day. It's Sunday. Tomorrow is back to the job for most of us. If you don't have to work, hey, that's what's up. And if you want to work and you ain't working, I pray that you get a job, you know? Some of us just need a little added help in that area, a little extra prayer. So I think it's about good. We're going to pull these out. Now, I will tell you guys, I do not cook greens down to the point where they are, you know, some people cook greens until they're super soggy and like, I'm not here for that. I'm not going to describe them any further, but I'm just not here for those kind of greens like that. I don't like that. But I like my greens to have texture, and I think that is one thing also I like about kale greens. They still have texture. Just don't cook them for like 3-4 hours. That's, you know, you're cooking out the nutrients and the good stuff. And, you know, just don't if you can. Right now, I'm putting water in my measuring bowl because we're going to put this in the pot with the fat from the smoked pork chow. So, and I don't measure this. Listen, it's kind of, you want to be careful. Don't get too close. Don't hurt yourself. Alright, that's enough for now, because basically what we're going to do is kind of make a base. So I'm going to put some crushed red pepper flakes in there, and you want to leave your eye on kind of like medium. I have both of these eyes on. I like it spicy, but my daughter cannot handle the type of spice I like, so I have to keep this to a minimum. For those of you with children, you understand, you know, they heat, you know, but that's why you heat your bowl separately and then you heat it up with whatever you like. Listen, I love this stuff. I put this on probably a lot more than I will ever tell you guys. I put this on my macaroni and cheese. Like, listen, I like it. But one thing I will say, I think I've said this before, but one thing I like about this hot sauce versus any other hot sauce is because it has flavor. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Louisiana. But the flavor in this is just different. If you haven't tried it, I suggest you try it. So I'm going to put some garlic powder in there. And this is my favorite soup base. I do like bouillon. It comes in a little glass jar. But for me, for my greens, this is the better. And this is to taste. So this is for those that are vegan. Of course, you wouldn't have used the smoked pork. But you can't use this either because this is chicken flavored base. And I think, yeah, it's from actual chicken fat. So, you can't use that either. Just use a veggie base, you know? That'll work for you. Normally, initially, I'll put maybe like 3 tablespoons, like whatever fits on there. And then I'll go back and add more if necessary. Now, I will say that with the collard greens, I notice sometimes they're bitter and you need like a tinge of vinegar, a tinge of sugar. With the kale greens, I didn't have to do any of that. So that is an added bonus to cooking kale greens. I need to use my whisk to make sure that's mixed up in there properly. And basically, we're going to let this cook for a little minute. And then we'll taste it and then add our greens. Make sure the flavor is pretty good. And one thing I like to put in my greens that, you know, some people may not be familiar with or even like, but I do suggest that you try it. Or at least put some to the side and try it. And then if you don't like it, at least it was only a little bit. I put cumin in my, those that can see, in my greens. So I'm going to put a little bit now. And probably a lot later because I like the flavor of it. And then also coriander. So I'm gonna put that in there. And basically we're making, like I said, like a base. You want your water to be flavored. You don't want it to start cooking and have any flavor in it. Then I'm gonna taste it, and then I'm going to put some of the smoked pork jowl back in there, and then we'll add the greens and the onion. So I'm gonna cut up the onion and talk to you guys. But yeah, how's everyone's day going? I pray you guys are having an amazing day. It is Sunday, like I said. Of course, you guys know it's Sunday. But, listen, you guys, life is something else. Also, I'm glad you're having a great day. Life is something else. I am learning a lot about myself more recently. And I think I told you guys the other day when I was talking, like, I'm learning that healing is not an overnight process, even as much as I would like it to be, but that we have to allow God to deal with the areas that God wants to deal with. No matter how painful it may or may not be, okay? Like, we don't get to decide that, but we can grow through pain, okay? Like, it's necessary. It helps us become better. I'm cutting this too small. I don't want it that small. I normally like my onions to be in larger chunks because if I don't want to eat it, like I want to be able to go around it and not like, oh, like an onion in my mouth. I really don't want to. Not that I don't like onion, but I think I've told you guys my favorite kind of onion is sauteed red onion. Oh, avert from conversation. I cooked kale greens last Saturday and I did use red onion and it didn't taste bad. It was pretty good, but I prefer yellow sweet onion in my greens. But it wasn't bad, I will say that. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. Growing through pain, like I said, is a necessary thing. But it is uncomfortable, okay? And I have this thing on my phone. I obviously can't show it to you guys because I'm recording with my phone. But basically, like, we have to, like, you can't grow in your comfort zone. And I did something the other week that I never would have done. And thanks to my awesome other mother, Miss Nicole, who's on here. And even though afterwards I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? But it was a necessary thing for my own freedom and growing out of my comfort zone. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was like stressed. Like, what am I doing? This is not me. I can be a prude. Very rigid and like, oh no, it needs to be this way. And God's like, I thought you wanted to grow and be free. And you can't grow and be free stuck in one spot and thinking God is going to magically just do everything for you. Okay? He does not work that way. And I'm learning, because I think I don't mind putting in work, but there are certain areas in my life I'm like, oh no, I can't. No, I gotta wait for the confirmation and I need to know that I know versus just like, okay, God, I'm taking a leap of faith. I know that you have me in all of these areas of my life and not just trusting God in one area. And I trust him fully with my child, and with jobs, and all, but like certain personal matters, I feel like, Father God, Jesus, what is happening? Like, I need you to come down and like show me the map and the plan. And God's like, oh, don't you trust me? And I'm like, oh, I do. That's like your arms are like half lifted up, like, yeah, God, and it's like, hold up, what's going on here? And God's like, no, you're supposed to be like this, trusting me fully. And I was like, oh, Father, I'm not ready for this. And so I have been going through some growing pains. So basically, sum it up. And it's been uncomfortable. I've probably cried more lately than I have in a very long time. But it's okay. I realize now, like, it is a necessary, like, this is something I have to walk out. As uncomfortable as it may be, but it is so necessary for not only my growth, but the growth and development of my daughter. And then also the growth and development of whoever I'm supposed to come in contact with in the future who needs what I have on the inside of me. You know, thank you. You know, and I'm also realizing too, like, our obedience, and not that I didn't know this, but more so lately than not, like, your obedience is directly connected to so many other people. Like, you went through that thing for a reason, and you never know who you're going to encounter who needs to hear your testimony, or who you meet in the process of that. Like, I met one of my friends a long time ago when I was working at Shoe Store Aldo, and had I not been in a place of, like, transitioning from moving from one city to another, back home to where my parents were, and being back in school, I never would have went there for a job, and I never would have been able to minister to her. And, you know, she ended up being saved, and I'm like, Jesus, you know, like, I thank God for those moments, you know. And as hard as it was during those transition periods of my life, you know, and we all go through transition periods, but it's just, you know, the pain hurts, but this too shall pass, basically. I'll sum it up like that. This too shall pass. It doesn't last always. But yes, I'm cooking kale greens. I'm going to do a little taste test. For those of you who are not specifically cooking entirely for yourself, 2 spoons. Okay? 1 to dip, 1 to put in, so that way you keep dipping and you can taste, and you don't have double dip if you got people coming over. That's nasty. Nobody wants your germs. Just letting you know. So, I'm going to do like this. Taste it. It needs some flavor. But remember to gradually add the flavor, because we don't want to overdo it. And you guys know, for those of you who don't, this is my favorite. I'm going to put a little bit of this in there. And I'm going to add the meat back now. Not all of it. Remember, we're just using some. We don't want it to be too salty. I had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces, 2 of which are pretty small. I might add 2 more, because I'll probably take some of that out later. And now I'm going to put the onion in, and then the greens. So I'm not going to add all the onion right now. Some of it I am going to put on top of the greens, because I don't want all of it to cook down entirely. Like, I like my onion to have a little bit of texture in my greens. Like, I don't like them to be... And it's just me. Of course, if you don't like onion, don't add it. If you do, go ahead. But this is what the kale greens look like, for those of you who have not seen before. But I'm going to add these in. And there is some water in the bowls that I'm putting them in. So it will have some from that. I don't like super soupy greens, where it's too much liquid. I get like the right amount. Like, I get some liquid in my, in my bowl, but not too much. I don't want it to be overwhelming. And this is the other bowl. This is 2 bags right here. So now some of this I probably missed one. I don't want that in there. Hopefully not too much of this spills out. I want all my greens, you guys. I think one thing I'm going to do this time, because I'm not doing a dinner party today. I was last week. And that was another reason why I cook so much. But I think I might freeze some this time. Even though I have been I've been trying to do better in my eating, which is great. But I'll finish telling you guys when I turn around. I'm spilling a lot of this. I'm like, this is a lot of greens. It is. That's a whole lot. But it will cook down. Just not as much as collard greens. Thank you, Jesus. Do that. Take this napkin. Get these up. And please be careful. Try not. I can't reach that. Let me grab this. Try not to burn yourself. It is no bueno. Believe me. I've burned myself quite a few times, unfortunately. But yeah, so I'm gonna put some onion on top. And then basically what you're gonna do after this point is season to taste. So you're gonna let it cook down and make sure you're checking it. Uh-oh, I have to get that up. You're gonna make sure you're checking it. One thing I am going to do is put a little bit of this. I'm hungry too. That's why I'm cooking. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna put just a little bit of that on top. Some more cumin. Because as it cooks down and I begin to, when I come back to check it, I'll mix it all in. Of course, kind of impossible to do right now, if you guys can probably see. Kind of hard to do right now because it is very full. Put some cumin on top and a little bit of garlic powder. Just a little bit. And I wish I could add some more of this, but I can't. Because somebody can't have the hot stuff as much. But yeah, one thing that I was saying is I noticed like I like to eat healthy, but I need a good balance of healthy and not healthy because I noticed lately like I've lost too much weight, like more weight than I wanted to. So I don't know if you guys are like that, but once I start eating healthy and like I'm on it and I'm working out, it's like the weight just goes. Oh, I'm cooking kale greens. That's what I'm cooking. I am going to make some mashed potatoes too, but I've done that for you guys, so you guys don't need to see that. This is just about the kale greens. Yeah, and I started dropping weight too fast. I'm like, listen, what happened? So I need to work out a better balance between healthy and not so healthy, but like good fats too. That's what my goal to work on for the next couple of weeks is. So I might come back on next time I come and talk to you guys about that. But yeah, all in all, you know, allow God to help you grow how he wants you to. To go back to our unofficial topic. Hello, welcome. Growing pains hurt, but they are so necessary for our futures, and not just your future you, but your future and everyone else that you are supposed to affect who has to do with your purpose. And yeah, you may cry, you may hurt, you may need to journal, which is perfectly fine. And sometimes you may need to ugly cry. Like, yeah, I ugly cried today, but it was so good. Like, I was like, oh, I needed this, yeah. And that's okay. It's okay. I'm still learning, like, it's okay to cry. Because I've been the type of person, like, holds everything in. And, like, not everything, but, like, certain things are like, no, I'm good. I'm not going to cry about that. Like, I tell my daughter all the time, if you need to cry, go to your room, cry, take care of it. Let it out. Pray. And then we can talk and move forward from there. But I've always told her that. Don't whine, though. I'm not here for whining. But it's okay to just let it out and allow God to help us grow how he wants us to, and not be stuck in the idea of, oh, it has to be a certain way. Like, it doesn't. Yeah. We are human. And I'm learning that I don't have to have everything together all the time. Like, it's a process, And I've been very matter of fact all my life. Like, oh no, this and that. And it's like, no, nobody's perfect. It doesn't always have to be, oh yeah, it's amazing. And granted, you may feel amazing in certain ways, but other ways you may not. Okay? That is definitely me. Because I'm normally super chipper, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, let's get it. Da, da, da. And then sometime, like at night, after my daughter goes to bed, sometimes I will have a whole moment like, God, okay, can you just show up in the flesh in my house right now, and can we just have a whole conversation? Like, I need you to hug on me and love on me right now. And even though I know everything is gonna be okay, but I just need you to be. I know I'm not the only person, but like literally, I've had conversations with God. Like, can you just like? I know you talked to Adam and you talked to Moses and you was like, in the bush and all that stuff. Like, I want you to, like, right here, right now. Like, we need to have, I need you. I need you to pat me on my back and let me know it's okay. You know, and not that I don't know it's gonna be okay, but like I need you in the physical. And I ain't gonna lie, lately, the stuff that has been going on in this world, I've been like, Father God, I know I want to get married and have more children, but can you come back? Like, because the stuff that is happening is like real, and I don't like a lot of the stuff that is happening in this world right now. We are living in the end times, okay? That is for certain. But yeah, sometimes, you know, we just want God to show up and show out. And I ain't gonna lie, it's been, like I said, I've been in a season where I probably cried more in my life recently than a very long time. But I cried myself to sleep. And I was just like, I need you to comfort me and let me know everything is gonna be okay. And when I woke up, I felt a lot better. But legit, I was like in my sleep. Like, it's okay though. That is the place I am in right now. And growing pains hurt, but they are so necessary. Because like I said, our futures aren't just about us. You know, there's so many other people that we're supposed to affect. You never know. Your smile can stop someone from committing suicide. You know, who just needs to see that joy on the inside of you to give them hope to know I can keep going. So I just implore you guys, let it out. As tough as it may be, even if you gotta go in the bathroom, in the shower, turn the water on so don't nobody know you're not crying. That's fine. That's okay. Just let it out. Let it out. Write about it. Talk about it to whoever you feel comfortable talking about it with. But yes, you know. But that's it for now. I'm gonna come back later and show you guys basically the end result. But these are kale greens. You want to season a taste. If you guys missed it, I used the soup base. Love you too. I use crushed red pepper. I'm gonna say this carefully or slowly so everyone listens. When you're seasoning initially, be very light-handed. I can be very heavy-handed. Be very light-handed because you don't want to overdo it and then your stuff's messed up. I also use cumin, coriander. Now most people don't use these in their greens, but to me it gives it amazing taste. So light-handed, and then you can go back and add. And then I used garlic powder and a little bit of Tony's herbs and spice. Do not use the regular one. It has way too much salt in it. And you already got enough salt with the flavor of the smoked pork chow. So, and some yellow onion. That's about it. And then I'll come back and show you guys. Yes, I talked about trust earlier. Yes, this is the process, learning to trust God in all areas of our life. Because it's easy to be like, oh yeah, I trust you God over here. But it may not be in other areas. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back a little later for part 2. Yeah. And I guess I could show you guys my mashed potatoes. But I mean, no. I don't think it's necessary because you guys have seen me make mashed potatoes before. And it's the same recipe. I doubt if I do anything different. But yeah, love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great Sunday. Bye.